We are in the city of London, and there's there's a bit of chaos going about. The kings and queens of England have been overthrown by the Grand Assembly. I forget the exact term for the British Civil War, but there is a civil war at hand. Oliver Cromwell is currently waging war in Ireland. The Catholics and the Protestants are fighting in both the churches and the streets. And in between it all, supernatural beings are prowling the night. Several clans of vampires are dispatched to the city of London to take advantage of a vacancy in its rulership. And in their struggles, they caused enough of a commotion to raise the ire of the local Inquisition. One mortal, followed by a veritable small army, Sir Johannes Bram, Monster Hunter General and the Hammer of St. John. Or St. George? St. George. He, with his cohort, invaded Elysium as the local vampires who had been warning for the city called a truce to sort out their differences before things went too far. Unfortunately, they were too late, and all, according to our knowledge at this point, all but 4 escaped. We've since seen 1 or 2 more surface, but they weren't involved in that situation. Fleeing to a small chapel abandoned on the outskirts of the city, they have regrouped and come up with a plan. Their masters will know of this failure if they don't know of it already, and failure in the eyes of these ancients, these powerful Methuselah, will not be tolerated. Back in the rest of Europe, doom awaits our kindred. Here in the city of London, mortals with blood on their minds, as well as other creatures who seek their destruction. Their only clear goal now is far away across the sea to the New World, where colonies of the Dutch and the British have been established and stabilized for the first time. They have made contact with a few mortals and others, and began gathering resources. They have a meeting with a gentleman by name of... check here. Michael Thornton. A merchant who goes to Kemutai for fortune-telling and the like. He's promised to meet them tonight at St. John's Priory. But in addition to our kindred sleeping in this abandoned church, there are a few others. A newly fledgling vampire, an orphan that the group mainly... name is real fast.
Evelyn.
Yes, Evelyn has decided to call Mary. As well as a servant of their four masters as well, a ghoul named Claudio. Last, but probably least amongst them, is Francois, the totally a knight Christoph's squire. All 7 of these individuals sit in this chapel, waiting for the sun to go down. Waiting for the new night. Waiting for me to change the background. And for another chance to arrange their escape to go to the new world. Vampires, what are your humanity ratings? Should be on the first page of your character sheets.
Oh.
Is it under humanity/path?
Yes.
7 for me.
6.
9.
Okay.
Near the bottom. Humanity/path. It's in the middle, bottom.
Oh. 6.
Okay. So the high. Once more. Sorry about that. I know that Kenmurtai is his highest.
I have 7.
You have 7?
6.
I'm 9?
Yeah, so Benedict has 6. What is yours, Christoph?
6.
Okay, so first up, honestly, shortly after the sun goes down, is Kemrutai. You awaken inside of the church, the chapel, really. The others in a death-like sleep. The only beings already awake being the servant Claudio and the ghoul. No, not the ghoul. What was it? There's just the normal mortal. Francois. Francois has been sitting on one of the pews, looking about. Well, they look tired. Like they've been up the entire time that you've been asleep. With the ghoul Christoph sitting opposite of them, staring at them. They turn over and look at you. Ah, madam, you're awake. I was not expecting any of you to be up for at least another hour or so.
Hello? Hello, Claudia?
Claudio.
Claudio. Yes, my apology.
It's
should
fine,
look
I have had many similar names.
She'll look at, Fran Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
And like kinda still keeping distance, but like tilting her head to take a closer look, but still in distance. How are you feeling?
He looks at you, looks at the rest of the effectively dead bodies on the ground in the pews that are the other vampires. Very conflicted creatures in it. By the by, Kemutai, if you're not at your maximum willpower, gain a point of willpower, and lose a point of blood. Each full night rest, you gain a willpower. Each time you rise from your death-like slumber, you lose a point of blood.
Oh, actually, I was at my max. I didn't use my willpower, I believe.
Okay, well, remember to take down a point of blood.
Oof. Blood. Oh, at the blood pool, correct?
Yep. Oh, also your max blood is 15. So you should have... You didn't spend any last time, right?
Nope.
So you should have 14 now.
There you go, thank you. Christoph seems to really care about you.
He's a good man. It is a pity he has such an affliction as this. But... he looks away, clearly conflicted.
Yeah, a lot of us didn't have the choice to become what we are now. I believe perhaps he was one of those.
We all have a
Would you-
choice. Suicide is a sin, but to live is this, as a monster which must consume the lifeblood of another.
She look a little bummed. Would you like me to try to wake him up? So perhaps you two can try to understand each other better?
Do whatever you wish.
I'm gonna go pull Kristoff.
Okay. Kristoff. Roll me wits plus awareness.
Yes.
To see if you even notice someone trying to rouse you.
Wits plus awareness?
Yep.
Oh boy, here we go.
Kristoff, wake up. Oof.
Oh shit, Kristoff. You are surprisingly alert for being awoken earlier than you normally would rise in the evening. That's the thing about being a vampire and waking. You're literally a reanimated corpse. Even alert as you are, you ever have one of those mornings where you wake up, your body feels dry, like from every inch from inside of your esophagus down, everything aches, and you feel like death in the morning, possibly hungover? That is how you feel this morning, Kristoff, but worse. As your body rouses from its deathly state, the blood unprepared to refill your being and resurge you. For a moment. A second passes and another, and you feel yourself stirring. But just as with Kemurai, you are down a point of blood rousing from the night's sleep.
Ready again. Yep, you do there. What I said.
I believe that you two should talk. He's really conflicted right now.
Kristoff tries to chase the odd feeling while also looking at Francois. Yes, we're due for a calmer conversation. Then he tries to slowly rising up, just
There's nothing impeding you, it's just I was gonna say the morning stiffness, that's a different thing. The aches of
That-
the aches of awakening, you know.
Well, he then approaches Francois. Then, with no care at this point, just guard drop basically. Hey there. Can I be honest here? You look like shit. How are you feeling?
I'm the one who looks like shit. You were a dead body I suppose you've been a dead body since the entire time. Ugh. I am
Pretty much, yes. But that being said, I do owe you some answers. That plus properly properly explaining how fucked we are right now.
He looks at you. Suspiciously, eyes narrowed. I don't know what I'm aware of how I was fucked right now. I am in a den of little undead monsters. Monsters who I was brought into this hotel to help kill.
Alrighty. That is true. Monsters that you have been working with all along, shall I add.
Kim, you can try to gauge this man's mental and emotional state, absolutely. That'll be a... You're trying to read him over the course of the conversation, or just like get a current snippet of what he's feeling?
Oh, the whole conversation. It was just like keeping my eyes on him, reading
Perception
his
and empathy, and I'll give you a description a little ways in.
Can I use Aspect? For...
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Aspects will be helpful because you can see his soul.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of successes. I'm just gonna quickly move myself out of the way. Whoop. It's a lot. Check it. It's on one. I'm seeing 2 10s, 3 things, 4. That's 4 and 2 10s, and only 1 1. So that's like 5, 6 successes. Jesus.
These are really interesting.
You read them like a book. So you said you also used your aspects.
I use what I know to aid Christoph. Whisper, whisper.
Okay, looking at his aura. Are you just turning them on for extra perception, or?
Yes. Oh, no, for aura as well. Yes, for aura as well.
Okay. Okay. So that's I'll count that as your aspects activation. There's mixes of orange and purple, of brown and gray, lots of light green, and it's all modeled together and shifting. It's also generally pale, which to you means that they're a mix of afraid, angry, bitter, sad, and very confused.
I'll relay all that information to Christoph.
I mean, okay, so how do you do that? Relay that information? Because you're sitting
It's
right
like
next to him.
whisper. Whisper,
Okay.
whisper.
So, Christoph, you have the floor?
Krista. Yep, just Krista's nods and to Cam there after relaying the information. But you see, how much do you know about our sire, the knight, by any chance, Francois? Or well, how much of the rumors you know?
I'm sorry, Sire? I swear fealty to the House of Capet, not some vampire thing. DM hint. He doesn't know what a sire is.
My apologies. Well, this will make it things a bit. I'll just go straight to the point. And I know this is a lot to take in, but you've quite literally been working for a really powerful vampire this whole time. One that's particularly fanatical and about Christianity as a whole, which is why it's particularly easy for him to lay well, to be in the position that he's in, that and ruthless to he let's just say he doesn't tolerate mistakes. In fact, he will probably want the heads of anyone who was involved in this disaster at this point, mine and yours included.
Elle, does a vampire believes they are a warrior of gods? He has the spawn of Satan. This makes no sense, Gustav. Are you even yelling yourself?
Yes.
You're trying to convince him of the truth of the matter, right? Are you?
Yep.
What's your intention here? Are you trying to sway him to your side, or just educate him?
Right now, just educating.
Just educate him? Okay. That'll be charisma plus expression. Actually, no, charisma plus leadership. Regardless, what he just said stays the same. He is in disbelief mode.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
That's a success. So he says the same thing as before, just like, Christoph, are you even ailing yourself? But you can tell that he's, like, he's heard you, and he's understood what you've said, and, like, the man just learned that vampires are for real yesterday? And he saw you and several other people pile up into pews and on the floor and turn into corpses and then get back up. Like, he's watching you having this conversation, and he can see that you're not breathing. Except to speak. So it's clear that he's in, like, denial, basically, at this stage.
Believe me or not, it's the truth. That, and quite honestly, probably the give it some time. There's a lot of interesting individuals around. Let's just put it that way.
What next? You're going to tell me that ghosts and werewolves are real too? That the Lugaru is going to burst down that wall and eat me if I don't do what you say.
They're not gonna burst down that wall, but about that. Christy just scratches his beard for a second.
Him and Kristoff. When Kristoff says about that, there's a sudden gust of air in the room, and all of the candles flicker and gutter for a moment. And Kristoff, you feel a very familiar chill run down your spine as hoarfrost forms in the air when you speak. Bits of that condensation, that fog that rolls out of your mouth when you speak. And Kristoff blinks hard. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What the fuck?
Ghosts do exist. That much I can guarantee you. There's one that's been a particularly nasty thorn throughout my years. But that's for another day. On to today's matters. There's not much I can do about that, buddy. As for being completely honest with you, you don't have many options right now. Because when I went to pick you up yesterday, you were trying to flee the city, which you will honestly be. If I will let you go, you will probably have been captured by the Inquisition at this point and questioned. Well, tortured to be more specific, because not sure if they'll believe that you just happen to not know who you were working with.
Well, yeah,
That said,
stuff.
we are, however, planning to just leave it all behind and travel to the new lands for asylum, or for a new start. I'm going to respect your decision at this point, but I have to, again, your options are really limited. In fact, I'd say there's only 3 right now. You can either leave this church and return to your family, which it's a guaranteed death sentence, or you can try having a new start and just go with us to the new world. Your family gets to live, and you get a new chance. Well, a brand new start. I can guarantee your safety during the trip, and well, you'll continue to us, because you know I'm a man of my word.
I assume you're trying to convince him to come with you.
Yep.
Also, thanks to the Raven Crow. Just focusing on the game. Really appreciate it. Hopefully the company was great. So you're trying to convince him that his best option is to follow you. Do you truly believe this is his best option?
It's either that or quite literally him dying. So
Okay.
yes, I fully believe that's his best option.
Charisma plus leadership. Also remember, you can spend a point of willpower for an automatic 10.
One second, Roll20 just closed for me for some reason. Spending 1, yep.
Okay, so that's 3 successes. He just looks at you and then just looks down between his legs. His wrists have been bound together by rope, and he runs them up to his forehead, covering his eyes, pushes it past his hair, pulling it back, and just going slack after a moment. and he starts cursing in French.
How's he
A
feeling right
stream
now?
of bitter, angry French pours out of this man's mouth. By the way, Evelyn, this is you wake up to a stream of very angry French. You understand every word, and he is being very colorful.
I'll stand up and not go within arm's reach, but approach to the point of making a show that I am ready to act, but I'm relaxed. And kind of glance at Kristoff.
Yep. He looks up. Just one last melt comes out of him before he says, "Well, I suppose that between the monster you know and the one who he's afraid of, it takes the one I know who won't eat me while I'm asleep."
Couldn't have said it better myself, old friend. After that, Kristoff will approach him and just untie him.
He looks still distressed about this. He gets up, he paces around a little bit, and he kicks one of the pews, then just sits back down. And another little meh. Actually spitting it on the ground.
I'd say don't worry, but we're not completely out of the waters yet anyways. Again, I will guarantee that nothing will happen to you with any of my companions, and any of my companions will lay a hand on you. That being said, it's a lot to take in, so you do try to get yourself out as much rest as you can right now.
He just nods. It's, as you said, it's a lot to take in. Kem, this boy is a mix of upset, overwhelmed, and also there's, like, sort of a defeated acceptance to his aura. The aura reading you get out of this kid is somewhere along the lines of, well, shit. And it looks like it's stabilizing around that.
Are you hungry? Have you eaten anything yet this whole day?
I am actually very hungry. I tried offering him several things to eat, but he was fairly stubborn about it.
Can't really blame him.
You should eat though. We are on a defensive right now, and there's still so much that we have to do today. I'd rather have you in good health, and don't get the wrong idea though. Like, I'm not gonna feed from you. You can be sure of that.
Thank you. And, the ghoul, just double checking your name real fast. Claudio gets up, retrieves a plate with, just a loaf of bread. Effectively, just a really big roll, hands it to him. There's a pitcher of water not too far from there. Sets it down next to him on the pew. And he begins to eat.
Are you hurting anywhere?
He stares daggers at Kristoff. I was very lucky last night to not be hurt. so no. I'm not hurt.
Campbell looked relief, and perhaps I should wake my friend up, and then she'll go try to wake Benedict up.
Benedict, as you slumber, let me find something real fast.
Oh boy.
Oh, by the way, I have a roll I have to do.
We'll do that right after this vision. Hopefully this doesn't blow anyone's ears out. I assume you're listening to the music I'm typing in through Discord, right, Knockwater?
Yeah.
So, Christoph,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
hear this horde, this squealing noise, accompanied by yet more squealing. This sound, this this steady music that sounds like some unknown beast screaming. And you smell gunpowder, peat moss, this heavy dampness in the air, and you hear braying dogs, barking, yapping, the sounds of paws tearing up the ground. This clusterfuck of these horns and the voices of 10, maybe 20 dogs, big ones, braying, barking, yipping, nipping, and this rush of adrenaline pumping through your undead veins. Kemrutai described this yesterday. It's the Manus Network. It's the thing that connects all Malkavians together. She went diving in. This just came to you. And as you wake, the sounds of these horns squealing in your head and dogs yipping and barking, you hear a voice, stern but with an odd tinge of femininity to it that you can't quite place. There's a tavern on the river. I bid you formal introduction before the hunt begins, as proper parlance is only polite between those of shared blood. This is my only offer of such civilities. Turn it down at your own risk.
Am I able to speak to this?
You can try to pass a message back, yes.
Okay.
Roll me Wits plus Occult.
Wits plus Occult. Okay.
You were able to basically start talking, and I'll let you know when you're woken.
Who are you?
Okay, well that's about what you get out.
Mm-hmm.
You pass back along through the madness network, the shared dreams and voices of every Malkavian. Though here it's been oddly quiet. Well, it's been as noisy as it has been until most of your coterie died. Gotten used to their voices. This one was new. And then the quiet comes back. And yeah, you have Kemrutai sort of giving you a gentle shake.
Ugh. What time is it?
Time to be awake.
I had a dream. A vision of sorts.
What was your dream?
It was loud. I heard some kind of loud instrument. And dogs. Lots of dogs.
You can see the lively expression on Cam's face just drain in an instant.
If either of you concentrate for just a moment on the quiet, you do hear barking, braying dogs in the distance. Nope, only those two can. The crazies.
We need to warn the others. This is what you've been warning us about, isn't it?
Cam's already starting to panic. She's trembling right now.
Are you trying to be quiet or can I overhear?
Yeah, we're not trying to hide the conversation.
Can I do any kind of history check to see if anything that they're saying makes any sense?
Not today, because you just did it yesterday.
Okay.
Though it does immediately come to mind, Kemutai warned about some Malkavian, some
The Hound?
member of their clan called the Houndmaster.
The Houndmaster.
Some vampire of of their master's bloodline who commands large amounts of vampiric dogs.
Okay. I'm gonna glance at Mary just to see if she's waking yet.
You glance at her and she's awake,
Okay.
staring at the two mortals in the room.
I'll just tell her. I'll just like gesture her to wait, and then I'll go over to Benedict and Kim and say, do you believe you've been found? Is someone tracking you?
Yes, it seems so. We need to stay alert. Tell the others as well. We might be facing a large amount of dogs. There were so many of them in our vision.
Dogs. Out of character, is that unusual for vampires to have dogs?
I'll tell you this much for free. Animals don't like vampires. They can
Yeah.
smell the death and the predator in you.
Oh.
And they tend to avoid and get very defensive around the undead.
Yeah, Evelyn's gonna make kind of a puzzled face, sort of skeptical at the mention of dogs, but just kind of nod and then go over to Mary.
Mary's just sort of sitting there, staring off at your dude. Real fast, Christoph, you're gonna do a thing?
Still with Francois at the moment, just
Okay.
keeping in company at this point.
Benedict, how about you? Before we switch off to another character.
Yeah, I want to get up and like inform everyone, like in a hushed tone, to stay alert. We might be getting attacked soon.
Do you inform them that the voice requested your presence at a tavern?
Oh right, I should tell them that, huh? Yeah, I'd like to gather everyone as well to talk about that.
I assume by
Beckon
everyone you
over,
mean player characters, yes.
just the player characters, yeah.
Okay. Before we do that, Vivian, you wanted to talk to Mary. You also had your role to do.
Evelyn, yeah. Okay.
Evelyn, Mary, right?
So the roll is a will roll, so I just roll straight will, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention you can change your name on Roll20 room.
Yeah, I probably should do that for convenience, huh?
Yeah, under the gear, display name can be changed there. Yeah. I've just been opening up the character sheet tab and looking at that. That's success.
Is it difficulty 7?
Oh, well, okay, what were you rolling for?
I shall send you the deets.
Ah, right. Right. Okay. I will keep track of that. You do as well. As... You remember that piece of art Nessigo did? That you posted on Twitter earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So you go over to Mary. She's just staring at Kristoff's squire.
Mary, good evening.
Hello.
You must be hungry.
I am.
Well, you mustn't touch any of the beings in this room.
Oh,
They are allies. We need them.
I
Understood?
understand.
Good.
Okay. But... he doesn't smell like us, though. Are you sure? I mean, I didn't want to
I'm keeping
hurt
a
you,
watchful eye.
but I tried my best not to hurt him, but he just smells so good and I'm just so hungry.
I understand. We will deal with that momentarily. You can be
Okay.
patient for me, yes?
Okay, but I hope we take care of it soon.
Yes. I'm gonna hand her a handkerchief and tell her to clean herself up. If there's some water around, like a basin or something, then to use that.
She is... yeah, she goes and uses her handkerchief and goes over to, oh, I forget what the word for it is, but it's one of those bowls used to, anoint yourself with holy water. And she starts cleaning herself in that.
That works.
Also, this morning when she rose, her injuries were gone. Just a bit scuffed and dirty. But the swollen lip, the big bruised cheek, gone.
How does she look without the injuries? Like,
Less
in terms
pathetic.
of, like, is she like plain, pretty?
Pretty plain.
Okay.
In game, probably only 2 dots of appearance. Fairly average looking mortal. Lower
Okay.
class. Yep. It's about now that Benedict gathers everybody up in a particular corner or cloister of the chapel.
Hey, There's been a vision while I was asleep. We need to get to this tavern by a river. It bodes us not well if we don't go there, it seems. It seems like a calling from the Hound Master that Kemrutai has warned us about. I believe that we should go there to avoid
shouldn't.
anything we shouldn't.
We shouldn't. If we go, the hunt begins. We shouldn't.
And you're sure about this?
No, I'm not.
What exactly was the message?
Well, he told us to meet us there, or something worse will happen.
That sounds like someone saying, I'll give you a quick death.
Yeah, it's going to be an ambush. Definitely an ambush.
You believe this is a person that can be reasoned with?
She shook her head. Nobody in my... No, they can't. They can't be reasoned with. We need to get out.
Then all we would be doing is delivering ourselves unto him.
You're right. Then I guess the best choice for now is to just avoid that tavern. And get out of here as quick as possible. They know that we're around.
What details do you know of this tavern?
Not much. I just know that there's this music playing, very loud.
He
Like
told you to meet him at a tavern but gave no location?
just by the river is all I know.
By the river. That rules out many taverns.
So if I may, it's the strangest thing, Benedict. Actually, now that you're thinking about Kemrutai, it's also pretty odd. You have no idea where this tavern is, just that it's by a river, according to what Benedict was told in their dream. But there's something just in the back of your head. You feel like you'd be able to find it pretty easily. Just take a, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, maybe 40 if you get a little lost on the way. There's something odd about it that you feel like you could get there. No problem.
I suppose we shall have to avoid all taverns, then. Are we meeting our potential...
Mitchell?
Yes. We're meeting him in a tavern, or...
He'll meet us a little south from here.
At what location?
DM out of character. Was it a tavern?
No, it was, St. John's Priory.
St. John's.
Yes, St. John's Priory.
Ah. Well then, stay away from taverns. I need to get Mary something to drink, otherwise Kristoff will be displeased.
Kristoff thinks for a second. Or it just looks like he's considering something. It's like... She was drinking from animals yesterday, wasn't she?
Of desperation, yes.
They might be useful later, but if it's that desperate, we do have 2 horses.
Horses are quite valuable. We're not planning to sell them.
That was the plan, but emergency.
I'll see if I can't find some lowlifes for her to slake her thirst.
Fair enough. Just kinda wish that Houndmaster wasn't waiting on a tavern, honestly. That's usually the easiest spot to find a low life that.
We truly have no clue which tavern to avoid. She looks between Benedict and Kim.
We might have some idea. I feel like I know where it is, but at the same time, not exactly. I just know the direction it's at. How about you, Kamrutai?
It is the same with me.
Then I
Won't know
suggest
until we get there.
that anyone making any forays out tonight, either Benedict or Kim, accompany you so that we can have their intuition if we near the tavern and question to avoid it.
Gladly.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Benedict, come with me.
Very well.
Gonna take Mary and go hunting.
Okay, question.
And left.
Everyone woke up with one less blood than they did last night. Does anyone here feel like topping off? Aside from getting Mary her first bit of... I'm assuming you're going for a mortal bit of vitae.
When is Claudio planning on calling in his price?
Claudio...
Because if I'm gonna hunt, I may as well get that out of the way and then go hunting.
Well, before you all leave, Claudio does approach you, probably, Evelyn. So, about my requirements. I was fed properly before the beginning of before the incident. We have until the end of the month before you all contribute. Seeing as Kristoff's guest is not going to be an issue, he looks at Kristoff. I was thinking I could slip away for a few hours before the shops close and pick up some supplies to make the process possible. I'm not exactly going to glut myself on all your wrists. It's a bit wasteful, I'd say.
What supplies do you need? If we are... I have no idea what Kristoff's doing with that man. But if we are to bring any humans along, we will need food.
Well, when we left the headquarters, I took all of the rations that were there for myself and other mortal servants.
Good.
So the two of us should be fine, so long as you don't recruit, say, 10 or 12 others. In addition, I will be needing several glass bottles. A wine bottle should do for 2 servings of vitae. Something smaller for anything else. I was simply going to go around a pub and purchase a few glass bottles of wine. But should you encounter them in the streets, save me the trouble.
Have you searched the area here?
Unfortunately, it seems they took the wine with them when they closed this place down. Or at least smashed the bottles and burned the corks. Protestants.
Unfortunate. Well, do you
Actually,
have
I
what
don't
you
know
need to gather supplies?
I'm going to dial that back. I don't know if Protestants do transubstantiation the same way Catholics do, so whatever.
Oh, it's a Protestant church?
This was a Catholic one, and it's been abandoned. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Chris time to glass bottles, yeah.
Yeah. That's as far as I know for supplies, unless... I mean, a small knife wouldn't go out of hand, so you don't have to bite your own wrist open.
I I gathered a knife from the, where we found you.
Very well. So long as I have my supply before the month is out, we should be fine.
I'll also just ask him to grab a few little things for me, just stuff for my rituals.
Very small bits and bobs.
Yeah.
He'll be able to pick that up, yeah. As long as it's nothing too weird or esoteric.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty basic stuff.
Cool. I'll trust you on that.
I'm afraid I will not be participating on the feeding. I will go meet with Mitchell.
You
Michael.
shall not go alone then.
Thank you, Christoph.
Kristoff.
Yes.
Evelyn glances pointedly at the man you brought with you. We are
What is
all leaving. What of him?
He will probably fall asleep at this point. Because, again, and he says it out loud, not to offend your body, but really, get some sleep. You look like shit.
You kidnapped me and... no, that's the wrong accent. You kidnapped me and threw me in a den of vapors, you son of a bitch.
Doesn't change the fact. But yeah, I trust him. He will lay low.
You know I'm French.
He shouts, this time in French, that bastard dragged me back here and threw me in with you all. I only learned vampires existed yesterday, you fucking bastards. I'm allowed to be angry.
Vraiment, monsieur. Vraiment. Gonna give Kristoff a little shake of my head. Should he become a problem, I shall be your problem.
He shall not. He shall not. He's a good man. He's just in a really, well, interesting situation, let's just put it that way.
Perhaps he can help Claudio empty one of those wine bottles. Anyway, I must tend to my Mary. Benedict, come.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do the hunt first. As you all leave the chapel and head back in towards the city, it's not that far off. You're basically where the buildings peter out into small into smaller homes, and then you're in an area where the yards are wider than the houses are packed together, more or less, getting to more and more rural bits of the town. As you go in, the streets, further and further in the streets, get more and more populated. It's still rather early night in the evening. It's August right now, and the sun only went down about an hour ago, so it's probably somewhere around 7, 8 o'clock. And there are still a fair number of people out and about. Some going to and from church, some to and from a tavern, some only just getting off of work. The streets are Well, some of them are lit, some of them are lit by personal lanterns. But there are still a bevy of mortals as you enter the town itself available. I'm going to grab a couple of tokens out here. Actually, I'm just going to grab everybody's token. Why not? Look, it's all of you guys. Yay. The church is up here.
Ooh.
Kem and I believe it was Kristoff are going to go meet Kem's contact at St. John's, yes?
Yep.
Benedict and Evelyn, what sort of neighborhood are you looking for when you go hunting?
I'm looking for probably the poor and the desperate, people that a woman of the cloth might be charitable toward. Places I probably am already familiar with, if possible.
Okay. So, you're gonna go around St. Paul's, closer towards the waterfront. If that's, okay with you. Okay, Benedict with you, though?
Yep.
Alright,
We're, keeping an eye out for any taverns to avoid.
So you end up in this neighborhood. Benedict, if you turned left here and went down that way for a little bit, you could probably make it to that tavern that was mentioned. It's just sort of nagging in the back of your head, to use a modern metaphor, like you're playing a GTA or a Witcher or something and there's a map marker on your compass, just always a little bit out of sight. It's just an interesting nagging, like, yeah, I could get there if I just went this way.
Put a pin in your brain.
Real fast, what's your Evelyn, your preferred hunting method was to appear charitable and giving to those in need?
Yeah, I'm basically looking for someone that will not be missed if it does end up taking their life.
I'm gonna say that's manipulation.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's manipulation plus streetwise.
Okay.
Sorry, which direction was it again?
I'll show you on the map actually. That way.
Okay.
Generally this way. Evelyn, that's 3 successes. You find... You do find someone. They're drunk, of course. Disheveled. Desperate. Reeking of... I think gin existed by now. Reeking of gin. This early in the evening as well. Just off the main street. You work your charms. You offer them the benedictions of God, any amount of salvation or hope, and this blubbering, unfortunate soul is putty.
Alright,
And yeah, while you're doing this, you can see Mary studying you on this, and she looks at you and looks at him. From a person? I get it. Christ, I was hungry enough to suck on a rat, but that's the bloke down on his luck. Probably no different than I was. Smells worse, but...
you need not harm him. Not truly. He won't feel pain. And you can heal the wound afterward. You need not take his life.
Okay. And you're letting Evelyn feed. Not Evelyn, you're letting Mary feed.
Yes, but I am keeping a very close eye right? Because I'm trying to prevent it from killing him.
That's going to be wits plus alertness,
I
as
want
she
her to
rolls
try
her
and
self-control.
practice that. Wits and alertness?
Yep. Remember, you can spend a point of willpower if you want an automatic 10.
Yeah, I think I will, because my wits are 2 and my alertness is a 0. Okay.
Well,
Actually, can I also ask Benedict to keep an eye on her?
you may. I mean, Benedict,
I
what
will.
Benedict, what have you been doing? Have you just been effectively guarding Evelyn and Mary while keeping an eye on that quest marker?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Evelyn asks you to keep an eye on Mary, make sure she doesn't overindulge.
Okay.
What's plus alertness? That's 2 successes. One from Evelyn. So Mary is a little hesitant at this. You've promised this homeless man that you're going to help him get a little cleaned up and like set him with a place to sleep for the night or something to that extent, or at least ease his troubled heart, and that Mary was going to help first. And then Mary approaches the guy and he's thanking her and blubbering, and she's smiling and you can tell struggling with her hunger. And then she turns to the guy and says, "Right, so you just look over there, we're gonna take you to the heart." And she bites down on him. And the man is shocked for a second, looks like he's going to scream and gasp out, but then fades away into bliss. As does Mary for a moment, as all of that fear and trepidation gone in a heartbeat. It's like looking at someone who has only ever eaten, like, McDonald's hamburgers being handed a butter-basted Wagyu steak. Someone who's only ever had Slim Jims and beef jerky being given, like, again, a well-cooked actual steak. Socrates leaving the cave and realizing everything before was shadows. Sort of
The
dealio.
baked sea bass that melts in your mouth like butter.
Absolutely. I ate right before game and I'm already hungry. She has this dreamy expression over her as she drinks and drinks and drinks. But then, after a moment, she blinks hard and pulls back and goes to, like, stop the wound with her hand and seems to be panicking a little bit. You didn't tell her how to close a wound.
Yeah. Mary, lap at the wound. That will heal it.
She then licks it, and the wound seals. And at this point, her hands and her wrists, luckily she wasn't wearing any long sleeves, are spattered with blood. And she...
Oh, why I have more handkerchiefs.
She looks so much more alive than she did before. And she begins licking the blood off. Like, you go to give her a handkerchief. No, she licks herself clean. Palms,
Well,
wrists, a little down the
I'll wait
forearm.
until she's done licking and then I'll give her the handkerchief.
Sorry, Miss Evelyn, it's just... I've only had a rat and cat before.
I understand. You did well. You showed much restraint.
Is he alright?
How's he doing?
Actually, I think... You notice that her posture gets a little more relaxed, and she's swaying a little bit. That's a bit longer than I expected. Thanks for the handkerchief. And she starts wiping off now the spit.
How is he doing?
He's breathing, he's passed out, and he seems, at first glance, fine. You can give me a medicine check if you want. Intelligence or what's medicine? Actually, any mental stat in medicine, honestly.
Any mental stat? Intelligence is my highest, and I don't think I have medicine. Let's see. I don't. It's intelligence.
It's lucky she stopped when she did. She didn't overindulge by any means, but this mortal's drunk and not in the best health. If she took any more, he'd have died.
Okay.
Also, she's probably a little drunk herself now.
Oh.
Fun fact about vampires drinking blood: you can't do drugs or alcohol anymore, but you can taste it in your prey.
All right. I'm gonna clean him up a little.
Mhm.
And
Well,
then... Huh?
while you're cleaning up the guy, I tap your shoulder, Evelyn, and I beckon Mary to come over because I need to tell you that the tavern, I feel that it's close by. Be very wary of where we step. I'll let you know if we get any closer.
What direction?
West of here.
Thank you. Oh, from west of here.
We shall not head west then, thank you. But basically my plan is clean him up a little and take him somewhere where he'll get some charity.
Okay, give me a wits and alert. Give me a wits and streetwise. Whoever's leading the group.
I guess you can do it, Benedict, unless you don't have... I only have 3 for that. Total.
Same.
Okay, I'll do it then.
Whoever's rolling it, roll one more die from the other person helping.
Okay. 4d10.
Remember, though, you had your nightmares. Alright, so you managed to make your way back to the chapel unassailed. Uh-huh. Yeah. You managed to make your way back to the tavern largely unassailed. Although, moving through the streets, you do see individuals in what look like military uniforms, effectively hardened leather vests, muskets, powder horns, and like a sidearm, probably a sword, going around stopping people in the streets every now and then, checking them like they're checking for someone who's being sick. Like, you there, stop. Oh, yeah, I told you to stop, and then like grabbing them by the chin and like, okay, keep going. Twisting their heads side to side, looking, tilting their heads back, looking for something. But you managed to make it to the church unmolested.
Oof.
Your jaw's not grabbed and your necks and faces not rudely looked upon.
They wouldn't dare. To a holy one? How could they?
Oh, of course not. It's probably why you were able to slip away, in fact. Thank God you're a woman of God.
Praise be.
Right. So, moving along. Kemrai, Kristoff, I'd like you to make the same roll, wits plus streetwise, as you make your way to visit Kemrai's contact.
Would you like to do it, or would you like me?
Ah! Oh wait, just one of us?
Just one.
Oops.
Okay. Okay.
Where are we? Why the song change?
Because the song changed.
Oh no!
Don't worry about it.
Oh boy.
Worry about it. You can worry about it if you want. As you move to the city streets, you notice a gathering of rats. One or two at first, common amount, but then as the people stop being so large in number, the rodents grow and multiply until you turn down a street and look back, and there is, like, up to your knee in a swarm of beady, red-eyed rodents, blocking off the street you just came down, and a pair of heavy-booted footsteps coming from behind them, as you see this gentleman emerge from the fog before their massive swarm of rodents. Well, you lots of coast still, haven't you? That's the wrong track. I forgot to put that on.
Oh my god, scared the shit out of me.
Sorry about that. That's for after this scene.
No!
You see before you a pallid, twisted form, jagged, horrid teeth, an upturned nose to the point in which it looks like it came off the face of a bat, dressed in this leathery, sunken, loose skin that looks like it's coming off of an almost corpse-like frame, is this long, gangly-bodied man in rather nice finery. A bluish silk shirt and cravat with a ruby pin, an ermine cloak with matching cape draped off him, his long, spindly fingertips all covered in a large assortment of jewels and rings and gemstones, as he walks with a silver cane with a rather large stone at the top, and like a polished marble handle in the shape of a globe. Caused an awful lot of trouble, haven't you? Tisk, 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 loves. You ought not have caused so much a stir. Where are my manners, though? Hello, I'm the bloody King of London. And you all are an...
I would like to hide behind Kristoff. What kind of trouble?
He takes a step forward, clacking his staff on the pavement stones as he does, the rats parting way around him, squeaking and chittering as he takes a couple steps closer. Oh, well, the kind that will get me. What? Here's the thing, I'm only giving you this because I'm wondering what in your little heads made you think coming in here and causing this big ruckus was a good idea. I know your bosses are a bunch of rabble-rousing idiots, but really, did they think that the lordling didn't already have friends in London? Did they think that, I don't know, that their plans didn't have consequences? Are you just a bunch of idiots who are bad at your jobs?
We didn't do anything. We didn't. And
You fought and
all
you
this-
swam and you murdered enough that the mortals got wind. Now you know what?
That wasn't us. We were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He leans his staff out, and a couple of rats jump up onto it and lifts it up and points at you. My pets say otherwise, dear. You reported those cow trees what came here and had a scrap. And I've had word with several great lords of Europe They're aware of the situation here. And they're aware of what's gonna happen soon. And I'm willing to bet the bottoms to anything that if I clear up this mistake, then I'm gonna be the king of fucking England when it's done.
And you will be. We'll be out of your hair soon.
Is that a bold joke, you cunt?
It's not. She look like she's about to cry. She just like further hiding behind Kristoff, and she's like, "Just not Kristoff. Say something."
Kristoff at this point just been silent the whole time, just listening to the conversation. Well, buddy, it is true that that's certainly not been my best job, let's put it that way. But we do not mean any trouble at this point. You said it yourself. It's been quite a mess. However, it's best for you to stay clear, too.
Look, I came here because I can't find out where you're staying at night. Which is vexing for a man like me. You give up the rest of the survivors. I'll let you turn tin and water out of London. Alive. Ain't I generous? You piss me off anymore like that one calling me bold. My pets is gonna ask their dinner.
Can you please rephrase that?
My rats are going to eat you alive. Better? He smiles, his maw, an absolute mess of jagged, ill-matching, unfitting teeth.
I'm trying to get any sort of read on this guy at this point, if he's just bluffing or not at this point.
Can I read it too?
Go for it.
What would it be?
That's going to be, well, for Chem, I'm assuming you're gonna activate Auspex and try to read his aura.
Yes.
For Kristoff, that's going to be a perception plus empathy.
What you thinking, big boy?
Okay, so you try to read his aura. Let's go check. Auspex. There's a little bit of red to it. Shades of violet. They're all very pale. And there's a whole lot of... Is there a lot of that? It's a little bit of red. A little bit of rosiness, actually. And a lot of violet. Plus this constant swirl of dark green. So a little bit of anger. Most of it is excitement. And there's a tint of generosity and envy there. He thinks he's being generous to you, and he's kind of angry at the ball joke, basically. Kristoff? You've got no idea what this man is capable of. Chem, also, though, all of the rats, you count, like, now that you're actually, you know, taking stock of them, there aren't as many as you thought, but they're big. There's probably somewhere in the ballpark of 20 of them, and they are all ghouls. The rats are ghouls. They're hungry too.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you. I'm still not used to this language here. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Tell you what, now, I'm in a good mood. It's about to be made the lord of an entire kingdom. Tell me where your haven is, and you have until sunset to get out of the city.
Until sunset. Yes. About the haven, we're still kind of moving around. There's no place that's stable at the moment.
You're lying to him.
It's not completely lying. We've only been there for like what? One night?
You're still lying. Manipulation and subterfuge. Well, you're bending the truth. That's still manipulation and subterfuge.
Stop, help!
I also
Remember-
suck at that.
Remember, you can always spend a point of
5
willpower
minutes and you
for an
can't tell
auto
one
success.
lie.
Okay, let's see how many willpower I have. 3.
I gotta get this one line.
Okay, I'll use one of mine. And let's see, what is it again? Subterfuge?
Manipulation and subterfuge.
Oh fuck.
I love that
Do something!
I love that this is the first villain you ran into.
I have only one roll, so it's just auto 10.
Well, you
Use the willpower, right?
yeah, you have a willpower, so that you get 1 auto 10, but you
So
have
that's
then
two,
how
yeah,
much
1 auto.
manipulation plus willpower? Or not manipulation plus
Yeah, so also roll a d10.
yeah, you still roll a d10. You have no subterfuge?
No,
And only
I'm
one
an
manipulation?
honest, nice person.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
That's 2 successes!
Nice roll.
So that's 1. He got 3 successes though.
Fuck you! I spent one more willpower.
You can only spend 1 on each roll. Oh no, love. You weird bitch, you and I both know you're stretching the truth, just like you're stretching that I don't speak English line. You know enough to tell me where you laid your fucking head last night. Now some of these manipulations.
She's about to cry. Krista!
Yeah, Christoph, you were saying something?
Well, if you really must know, we are bouncing from place to place, but we are looking into making ours, well, laying low in a particular tavern near the river.
Can't be less like.
Out of character, couldn't quite get that, say.
Care to be less vague?
Well, Kem, could you please remind me where that tavern was?
Can I use the internet?
You can give me a wits plus occult to reach into the Madness Network and try to figure out where the Huntmaster is staying. Yes. Kem, for a moment, flashing through your mind, you know the exact directions to the tavern.
She tells him the direction.
Okay, Christoph, you may roll me a manipulation plus subterfuge to try and lie to this man. You have 1 extra
Can I
die.
assist him?
That's the extra die.
Oh.
Well, more for the willpower then.
That's 4 successes.
Oh yes.
And he spent a willpower?
Oh, that's 5 successes, because he spent willpower. This man only has 5 dice, so he can at best match you on this.
That will be 4, sorry. I rolled 1 extra by
Okay.
Oh, you
Sure.
you rolled, okay. So one of them should be an auto success.
No, well, I'll still count that as 4, because, yeah, I'll just drop in the last one. He looks at you and squints. That was way too specific for it not to be a place you've been to. Thank you. I'll make sure your friends die quickly.
But please
So-
do. I'd rather not have it in my memory that they had slow deaths.
It's all for now. And just remember, I have eyes everywhere, and at least 4 of them are on you. And he turns and begins to walk away. And it's weird, you're looking at him 1 second, and the next he's just bloody gone.
Time to kill all rats in London.
The rodents also quickly begin to disperse, mostly diving into gutters or skirting around into other side streets. You're allowed to give me a wits and perception. I mean, a wits plus alertness.
Wits plus alertness?
Yep. Cam, roll an extra die on this. Because your aspects. Cam, you can see that he wasn't joking about having having 4 eyes on you at all times, because after all the other rats just disperse and vanish as they came, there are 2 rodents that are sticking to you. You can see the ghoulish auras on them, and the fact that they're the size of small cats. Christoph, same thing. You see at least 1 rat still following you as you make your way away from this.
Do I see there at the specific location of the rat? Or, like, yep.
You can see them, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was that. We gotta be quick then about our business.
She
Weird.
nods. Thank you, Christoph. Thank you. And then she leaps away.
Christoph nods and also whisper, once you go in there to talk, I'll try to take care of our unwanted guests here.
She nods in acknowledge.
Okay.
To St. John.
So you go to St. John's, oh, what was it? Cathedral or Priory, right. It's kind of church. It's big, church big. I'm gonna grab the church interior again. I didn't do research on this, in particular. I'll grab this because it's city streets and then a big church at the end.
Party.
Let me grab another track here real fast. The spookiness is gone. Kind of. Sure. So, as you enter, church service is going on. Christoph, you stay outside, right?
Yes.
Church service has just ended as you go in, Cam. You see your friend, Michael Thornton. He stands out a bit. His clothes are a bit nicer than a lot of the other people here. Also, just a little bit taller and lankier than the rest of the crowd. You wait a couple minutes, and then after service, people begin getting around, gathering, socializing a bit before they begin pouring out. And he comes up and he gives you a polite bow. And ushers you over to a corner of the church, a little out of the ways of everyone else's sight. Mistress Ty, hello, how are you?
Can't say. It could be better. It could really be better. How are you?
Well, good news, Mrs. Ty. I have managed to inquire about several ships that will be heading out of the harbor soon. All of them going to the Americas, and all of them bound to leave within the week.
Any that's leaving before tomorrow night?
No, unfortunately not. I do have the names of the ship captains and where they're staying, in case you wish to negotiate more than just your passage aboard. I wasn't able to inquire on your behalf about moving up the schedules, for I wasn't aware of how much money you'd managed to acquire.
I would think we have acquired such a large sum. Perhaps, yes, that is a very good idea. I will see to negotiating with the captains. Any that you would really recommend in particular?
Well, there's a few options I see as you have it. There are... One moment, your DM is opening up their notes. There's a gentleman by the name of Reginald Fox. They're operating a trade ship, merchant ship, mostly taking goods to and from the colonies themselves. It's going to be a bit tight. They don't normally do passengers, you see, beyond the crew. But there's definitely enough space for a few more people. There's also one, Anton Dubois. They have a charter boat. They can go basically whenever the ship is ready. You'll be chartering it yourself. They'd pick up whatever part of the passengers they could in being on their way. There's Frederick Jacobs, known as Gentleman, and their ship is specifically bringing colonists to this quaint little town in the Americas. It's a bit full as is, so not much room for guests. You may be able to acquire some private cabins there if you're quick. But also, if it so happens that you have the funds and the... Well, I was going to say the gumption, but I could hand you a large amount of the other work for you, as we are friends, dear, and he smiles. My company has recently acquired a new ship, so one of our older vessels is up for sale. I would be able to find... That's the problem. I would be able to find you a new crew and a new captain, but it currently doesn't have one. It's a full merchantman. Well used and well tested, and recently repaired.
DM, out of character, which was the first one?
So you have 4 options. A trade ship, chartering a boat directly, a colony ship that already has a moderate amount of passengers on it, or buying your own damn ship.
Which was the first name that came up?
Reginald Fox. They're the trade goods captain.
And then there's Anton.
Anton Dubois. I'll copy and paste them into our Discord.
Thank you.
Trade ship. Charter boat. And colony ship. There you go.
Okay, 3 option and buying our own boats.
Yep, there is a boat available.
I would have to consult this with my people.
Actually, speaking of consulting, I had another good friend of mine approach me about a similar problem. Not a similar desire. He's around here, actually. And you see this gentleman approach you. Bright, coppery hair, pale of skin, common clothes. And he looks you up and down. Mom. He looks over
Nods at him, greeting.
at your contact. Mr. Thornton. So, here you're also trying to charter a boat to Demarcus.
Yes, you're right.
And me and my family are looking to do the same, and when I say family, it's quite the extended group. I'm going in Scottish here, I'm trying to do Irish. Me and my clan, basically, the whole, well, it's good 20-30 people. Mikey here was saying that we might be able to come to an agreement, pool some funds together, and make such an acquisition more affordable.
Out of character, does he mean we can... I'm so confused. Can you explain that to me in normal tongue?
Okay, so this gentleman has been introduced to you by your contact. Their name is Rion McFadden. I'll copy paste that. He has said that he and his family, which is a large group, more than just a family, practically a clan, were looking to book passage to the New World as well, and that your mutual contact here, Mr. Thornton, said that you might be able to pool resources.
Oh, so if we buy a ship, he can tag along. Is that the idea?
Well, in general, if you they are willing to share funds that they have to also get on a boat, because they also want to leave the city rather quickly.
So, just so I understand clearly, is it basically saying we can choose one of the 4 options, and to have a discount, we can bring them along because they'll pay for some of it?
Basically, they're trying to get to the same destination as you, so your contact put you together. It's like, hey, you can probably share negotiation funds if you want to get a better trip out of this. Was the accent too thick? I could try to dial it back.
Are you muted, Yui?
Push stop, Huey.
Hello?
I hear
Hello.
you now.
Okay, it was broken. From what my character know, would we be able to afford a ship with our resource?
With your resources, buying a new ship would be pretty expensive. It can be doable depending on how much you talk your contact down from whatever their initial offer price was, but that would come down to the negotiation. And even then, there'd still come the costs of filling it with people and then taking it out. You might be able to, like, buy stuff and put it in and sell it to recoup a bunch of the cost later, or do some other mercantile shenanigans to recoup your losses, but you don't... It'd be tough to do that right now with how much money you have.
I feel like buying a ship, the only benefit of that is that we'd have a ship when we're at the new location, but I don't think we're planning on being seafaring vampires permanently, so I don't know how that would help.
So, DM,
Vampire pirate time.
Would I be able to use telepathy with Evelyn from here?
Yes. Just remember you have to roll to activate it.
Oh boy.
It's a intelligence plus subterfuge to project your thoughts into the target's mind.
Oh no. Oh no. Can I use my willpower?
Your what?
Can I use
Willpower?
my willpower?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'll add another 10 to it because of willpower.
So that's two
Ring,
successes. Uh-huh. So you can send a message to them, yeah. Go ahead.
I'll be like, Erin, meet you at the St. John Priory for negotiation. You might have to buy a ship.
Is it just a one-way thing? I don't know how this works.
It is kind of a one-way thing. Also, you're not sure who it was initially. Roll me perception plus awareness.
Okay.
Difficulty is going to be pretty low to discern who it was.
Perception. Well, I hope it's low because I don't have much perception and no awareness.
Oh.
What'd you get? Yeah, you don't know where that thought just came from.
Okay.
The context is there. Near the St. John Priory.
This
We might have
context,
to
but I'm a little distracted.
We might have to buy a ship.
It's just that you're not able to recognize her voice, basically.
Yeah, so it could be a trick. In which case, how do our enemies know that we're meeting someone there? Is there a mole?
I'll turn to my ally, Michael. I've called to my friend. She might be here soon. I think it would be better to negotiate with her. She pretty much handle all the resources that we have.
Very well.
Are you in a hurry anywhere?
No, I haven't much place to be other than bed a bit. Oh, I can be around here for a while. And you, Mr. McFean. You're just gonna say it wrong. It's fine. It's fine. They're willing to wait.
Yep.
So we're
while-
outside. I was like,
Wait,
oh, yeah.
so is Evelyn coming? If Evelyn's coming, like, why are they doing that? Like, can I try to get to know our new friend better?
Sure, but first I'm going to quickly cut out to Kristoff because he wanted to stab a rat.
Oh my god!
Mayhaps.
Kristoff, do you still wish to stab a rat?
My understanding is that a bunch of people just came out of that church, right?
Yeah, but they're clearing out of the area pretty quickly. The socialization was happening inside, not in the middle of the street.
But, for example, if someone were to try to use the moment that we're going out to slip into the shadows, maybe.
Sure, definitely. If you wanted to sneak up on one of these things, or like sneak away and find a hidden location.
Would definitely try so.
Dexterity plus subterfuge. Yeah, you vanish. Oh, remember to also add your celerity.
Yes, right. Do
You'll just roll that many more d10s. Even better, you're Batman. The people come out. We're looking at a single shot of Kristoff standing near the entrance of the church. The people come out, obscure him from our view, and then there's a break in the crowd, and Kristoff is gone.
Alrighty. Do they still have the lockdown on where the two rats are?
Yeah, more or less.
Well, better question. Are they somewhat together or separated?
I'm gonna roll a d10 for luck. High. Tell me what you want. Low. Actually, no. Just tell me what you want now. High, you get it. Low, you don't. So how would you like to be?
I want that to be relatively close by.
Okay. You look around. They're
To each other, that is.
yeah. I got that much. They're a little spread out, is the thing. They're not right on top of each other. They're not like it'd effectively be like if the first rat notices you killing the second rat, it's gonna turn into a chase, basically. With the distance they have between them.
Alrighty. We'll try to approach one of them. In meters, would you say? How close are they together? At least how separate are you
Between each other?
between each
About
other?
5 meters.
Okay, that's quite perfect actually. 1 second. I'm gonna send you.
Oh, you're using
So
Discord,
one
aren't
to
you?
Yes. Because you said the magic number, so.
Uh-huh. Okay. Do you have to spend blood to activate that?
Yes.
Okay, well then spend blood as appropriate.
Good to go.
Yeah. So you are currently unseen, and as you activate this ability, the crowd around you, the groups of people who are going back about their business, they're already disappearing. The sounds of their footsteps and their chatter goes from a distant rumble, mumble, bumble to nothing. Your footsteps don't exist. You glide to the city streets, keeping out of sight, making not a single noise. Nothing makes a noise, actually. And you see your targets.
Now for the moment of truth, I will try basically attacking them at the same time. One with the sword, one of the rats with the sword, that is.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one but with the pistol.
Okie dokie. Sword is dexterity plus melee, I believe. Let me double check. Weapon strike, dex plus melee. Firing a crossbow, I believe, is Dex plus firearms.
It would be the same roll, so I'll just do it twice.
Okay. First one will be sword, second one will be bow.
And since I'm doing it twice, I imagine him spending a celerity on that.
If you want them to happen
Like
at the same time, yes. Your remaining celerity gets added to both rolls. Spend a point of blood to activate your celerity.
Yep.
That's 0,
That's one.
1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. And crossbow. A lot. That's 7 for the crossbow.
Holy.
And 1, 2, 3 for the sword. They're rats. You need to do 1 point of damage. It's gonna happen with those 7 dice from the crossbow. Actually, 8 dice from the crossbow because the crossbow's plus 1 damage. And like, the roll the 4 dice for your sword. To see if actually no. Strength plus 2 plus those 3 successes. They're both fucking dead. On average, you're gonna kill them. I'm not even gonna waste the time to roll. Yeah. You sneak up behind them like a fucking phantom. Head goes off. The other one's pinned to the ground through the throat. Utter silence. They didn't even know they died. Like a master assassin. Except killing rats the size of small dogs.
After doing that, Christoph would immediately turn off the... Well, can it be turned off, actually? It was really big on that side. Or it would
I'll
just
say yes.
last the whole direction.
You can usually end one of these things before the duration ends, so I'm gonna assume yes.
Alrighty, then just... Well, wipe the blood out of the sword. And just casually stroll back to where he was standing at before then.
How much blood are you missing?
Repeat that again?
How much blood are you missing right now?
About 4, I guess.
So I'm gonna say you're not hungry enough that I'm gonna force you with self-control to drink the rats. But you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blood coming out of them. As a note, vampires are immune to disease. Yeah. You go though. Back inside of the church.
Which church? There's 2 churches.
No, the one with Kemner Ty and the random Irishman in it.
Oh. Like, we were just waiting for Aaron to arrive. If everyone's coming. Is everyone coming?
You said you wanted to try to get to know this guy, though?
Oh yeah, probably like doing small talk. Like how like you mentioned your family. How many are coming with us?
All in total?
Yes.
Including myself. 35.
Oh.
This is including the wife, her family, cousins, sisters, uncles, aunts, grandparents, nieces, nephews. Whole bloody family. Englishmen
That
burned down our
happens.
farm.
Oh no.
Mm.
I'm so sorry to hear.
Not getting a recompense because we're Catholics too. Wonderful.
Among your family, Are they happen to be any captain?
Like a sea captain.
Yes. The one that would manage to navigate us to America?
Mom, I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but if I was related to a fucking sea captain, I wouldn't be paying for passage now, would I?
Ah, yes. she look very embarrassed.
He's smiling like that was funny, but yeah.
She'll give him a smile anyway.
Mr. Thornton did tell me that you were a small group yourself? 4, maybe 5?
At the moment, 6.
Ah. Well, all this stuff's about bargaining power, and I've got enough money to pay for most of my family's passage. If we were to pool our funds, we might be able to pull something together, something bigger.
I believe that's the case. Just personal need. We need people who can sail the ship and who can navigate, and I believe that's the hard part.
Yeah. He stops and takes a sniff of the air. I forgot to hit. Oop. My bad. I'm sorry, you smell something.
Huh? She sniff.
You've been in a graveyard lately.
Ah, yes. I went to say goodbye to some people.
Aye. Sorry for your losses. I know how it is.
Yes. Death comes very, very swiftly.
That it does. That it does. You gonna try to get a read on him or something, or?
Yes, you'll read on him.
Just trying to gauge his general thing, or are you turning on aspects again?
Yes, you would have Auspex on.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception and empathy.
What you thinking?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1 is 3 successes. Okay. They have a bright, vibrant aura that is shifting from calm, like a light blue, to a let's see here, to a light green, and it is a very bright and vibrant aura. Give me an occult, an intelligence plus occult.
Oh no.
You're speaking to a werewolf.
Fuck!
And as that realization dawns on you, he leans in. I think we both know what we're talking to here, love. You said you had a friend coming to help with the negotiations.
Yes!
Lovely. When they arrive, let's drop all the bullshit that your species is known for and speak plain. Very plain to each other. Because I'm in a shit enough situation that knowing that I'm talking to a leech isn't keeping me from talking.
There's no need to be so rude.
It's literally our word for your people. I'm being very polite by not eating you.
Still wouldn't call you names.
Oh, darling, I mean this genuinely. I'm being as polite as I can be. It's part of my religion to kill you.
She looked bummed. She looks scared and sad and scared and wants to get out of there right now.
Just
She
like,
looked over to
kind of
Kristoff.
how, like, for the G's, they got to, like, wash up after they do a bad thing. You're on the very bottom of my list of priorities. Unless you do something heinous. You don't do heinous things now, do you, love? You don't smell quite so bad. But you've just been turned. Is that it?
No.
Well, then you're a very nice lady, because you don't smell like wickedness. Congratulations!
All
You're still
your
practically
family
human.
Like you?
Let's keep the business discussion for when your business discussers here, eh, love? Because honestly, even if I wasn't in this shit of a situation, I'd let you go. You don't strike me as quite a monster. Something about your Smith doesn't have much of the worm in it.
I'll scoot closer to Michael. I need protection. My protection is not here. Where's my protection?
At any point in time, Kristoff, you could come back in. Michael's just looking about just like, I don't know what's going on here, but this just got very intense. Should we dial this back a touch? Of course, Michael, of course. Oh, keep my paws to myself.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss. Ignorant is a bliss, my friend. It's better you don't know anything.
Sure.
Anything I could
Evelyn.
do to try to figure out who that was?
Well, I mean, you have
I
the
guess I could
context
ask
clues.
Benedict?
Did you go to the? Did
With the
you
information I had, I don't see why I would have. But Benedict's here. I'm gonna. What is Benedict doing?
Yeah, Benedict. This is probably about right when you finished getting food for Mary. That.
Oh, so we're still out? I thought we got home. Coming back.
Actually, hold that thought. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. Let's take a quick break. You can consider whether or not you're going to show up with this information. You got the psychic message around the same time that Mary finished feeding. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
probably have to have a conversation with Benedict then.
Okay.
However, we've been going for a bit, and it's time for a breaky break. So, chat. I'm gonna have myself and everybody else get up, take a stretch, get a drink, refill their cups or whatever. I suggest you do the same. Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. This has been a really good session. I'm loving it. And after that, we're gonna bring our other half of the coterie back into the action, or not. They might just go home. Yeah. So I'm gonna take us to the area screen. We'll see you in about 10-15 minutes. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. See
Alright.
y'all then. And hey, I know I just said that we'll see you then, but I'm still here.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
hey.
This still sounding worse and worse by the minute.
Oh yeah. Also, chat, how you?
35.
We're so fucked the moment we get there with food.
Oh, by the way, to my players, I didn't mute or deafen or anything. You guys want me to do that and just talk to chat, or y'all good to have your conversation heard?
I can talk to the chat. Yeah, I
Okay,
keep chat company. I just ate. I'm here with y'all. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry, my
Hey.
English is shit.
Hey, I'm just sitting here just like, oh shit, did I? One, I'm terrible at differentiating between a Scottish and Irish accent, and two, just like, oh shit, did I brogue it up too hard? Ah.
Oh no, I only speak wingding. I don't speak proper English.
I mean, I did see in chat you say, oh shit, me being Thai and not being able to tell the difference between any English accents. Yeah. So.
Nah, it's just the wingding problem.
Yeah.
If it was like 2 decades ago, I would have been able to understand you, like, no problem at all. But internet has ruined my English.
The internet has ruined many things. Yui Kami's ability to speak English is one of them. Same, to be honest.
Oh, chicken librarian.
Yeah.
I
Fun
hope
fact
y'all
about
had fun, chat.
fun fact about the chickens. They're a meme from the same D&D campaign Hectic came from.
Oh, story time.
Early on in our adventure, we got hired to clear out a dungeon to like find some old scrolls or some shit. It was just a random dungeon crawl, and Hectic, being the smart little boy he was, because this campaign was Hectic was 17. The whole party were teenagers, and so Hectic decided he was gonna buy something to check for traps. And he told that to the rest of the party, and he came back holding a couple of chickens. Actually, it was just one chicken. And the party was just like, what the fuck is that for? It's just like, oh, it's to test for traps. It's like, how is a chicken going to test for traps? Well, we open the door, we throw the chicken in, and we close the door. And the rest of the party was appalled by this.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I am telling a story about chickens. And
I would have
D&D.
been terrified though, cause like you don't piss off the chicken. Chicken's really scary when they're pissed.
We were third level adventurers. It's fine. Chicken has 1 hit point. So, hi, Back. I'm Doc. So the entire party is like, no, we're not throwing the chicken into to random rooms in a dungeon to check for traps. We're adopting it as a pet.
Aww.
And they started buying things for this chicken, like a pillow for a bed, and like a little doggy house that we would have on our cart for the frickin' chicken. And Hectic, being a little shithead he is, just like, God, that chicken is getting treated better than some members of royalty. This chicken's name is is Her Majesty now. And that chicken managed to stay alive despite that caravan being blown up and ambushed several times. To the point in which, when I got the ability to cast Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, it only gives you a magical like hangout, extra dimensional space. You get servants in it. And because we had this chicken for this goddamn long, I decided that my servants, which were fey creatures, were chickens and roosters in maid and butler outfits.
Oh, it's so nice.
And that Her Majesty was the Queen of the Tower.
Oh damn.
Oh, we actually timed that well. The ad break's on now. Yay!
Yay.
Don't gotta worry about that one for another hour.
Irish rose, huh?
Yeah, that's why on my BRB there's chickens, and why in my Discord server the bot is a rooster.
Oh my god. You can have those like what's it called? Like the text to speech bot.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. Imagine having ads. I know, Fexus. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be you with that lovely book that has said that says you've been a subscriber for more than fucking 6 months. You got 3 months badge from her. it's been a good session so far.
And I want to play for 12 hours. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, time for a 12-hour stream.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
Need sleep.
I mean, I don't need sleep, but I live with my family.
That's how you kill your DM.
Yeah, we go on past like midnight. I'm gonna have my parents in here yelling at us.
Oh.
It's Saturday night though, so those should be fine for a while. Although, if we could go for like 12 hours, it would not be the first time.
Yeah.
Alright, boss battle, let's go.
Ooh. I am so scared of that rat. That rat though. Like he probably know when like the connection is severed from his school, right?
You can feel when a gold dies, yeah.
Fuck.
Wanna be more spooked?
I mean, damn. Having werewolf buddies would be nice though.
I don't think they're offering to be friends. They're offering a truce temporarily.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to be friends yet.
If you want to be more spooked, do we look in Gen Chat?
Japan.
Look in who's chat? General chat?
Mm-hmm.
No.
God
Oh.
damn it, Nessico.
That was so
That was quick.
fast.
Nessico, if you're
man.
still in chat, do you mind if I put this on stream? Just holy, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
He's going to sleep, but yeah, you can share it. He doesn't
Okay.
mind.
If you're vouching for him, Nessico, when you watch the VOD
do,
and this
yeah.
is on stream, blame Vivica.
Blame me.
Like look at what Niseko done for us. It's amazing. It's like top
Just a
tier,
second.
god tier.
It's gotta go through convoluted means to put this on freaking OBS real fast.
Oh, there's
This
a
fucking holy shit! Look at what this man did before he went to bed. Dear Lord, Nessico has been fucking crazy with the fan art for this campaign.
he fixed this one too. Oh, the Niseko did that just now? Holy
Yeah.
Yeah.
god tier.
Yeah, I know, Awful Knight. I just described the rat guy like an hour ago. If that.
That is so scary.
He's zooming.
So much zoom. The chicken just like popped out, just like, what the fuck is this rat guy? Holy crap. Just double check. Is everybody here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay, well, bugger, we're all here. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
There's gonna be the other eyes glowing in the dark. Right. So let's get right back to it as I put on some more music. Where was the thing that I had with the music? Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, right. It's right here. So, names. Benedict, Evelyn, do you go to the Priory? You know that that's where Kem, Rutai, and Kristoff were going to be, and you heard some sort of message about needing you there.
Okay, am I muted?
No,
Okay. Do you remember what the message was exactly?
If it was need you at the Priory, we might have to buy a new boat. Yeah, for negotiation. Yeah, need you at the Priory for negotiation.
To buy a boat?
Yes.
Okay. So, Evelyn hears this in her head, and then she kind of glances around and thinks for a second, and comes up with nothing because she doesn't recognize the voice. And then Mary's just kind of drunkenly standing around, right?
More or less, yeah. She's ready to be guided just about anywhere.
Okay. I'll beckon Benedict closer and quietly say, I heard a voice, a message.
A voice.
Heard as like a thought. It said, need you at the Priory for negotiation? Something about buying a boat? I didn't recognize the voice. Could this be your huntsman playing a trick?
I wouldn't think that the huntsman would know that we're purchasing a boat. Only us four know about that. I'm thinking that we could trust this.
Is this something that you know either Christoph or Kimbertai is able to do?
Kamruta is definitely able to do this. We should head towards there. We'll be further away from the tavern anyway if we go that direction.
Can I do like a read of Benedict? Because I'm getting the vibe that he's like way too trusting because he just wanted to like run into the arms of the huntsman.
Go ahead. Benedict, are you being... Well, okay. This is the weird...
Is he being gullible as fuck?
That's kind of one of the question. Bakawater, do you think Benedict is being kind of gullible here? Or like overly trusting, or...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception plus empathy, and we'll see if you're able to like suss out that that Benedict is just kind of being gullible about the capabilities of Staff.
Empathy's a skill, right? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Let me do that roll. Too many windows open. There we
go. Christoph, are you trying to, like, effectively pretend to be a little more competent than you are right now, or just not Christoph? Benedict.
Benedict?
Are you just letting everything hang out there, emotions on your sleeves? Are you trying to like be stoic or like try to like be like project confidence right now?
Projecting confidence, yeah.
Okay. Give me your choice: charisma and appearance, plus expression or leadership. Your choice between those. Nah. Benedict, no, it's not happening. You're like, yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. Pants falls around your ankles. Like, it's that step of, it's like that level of, it's just before, like, how to put this? Like, yeah, no, I know exactly what I'm doing. Look at how well I'm handling Mary, and then you turn around and Mary's just not there. And then you find her in a trash can or something.
What would be a roll to like keep a straight face or like resist an urge?
Appearance, plus, I don't know. Let's call it subterfuge. But yeah, that might not be exactly what happens. Actually, Benedict, tell me what you're doing to project confidence, and then I'll tell you how it went wrong.
He's trying to keep a straight face, hands to his sides, chest puffed out. Trying a little too hard.
You puff up your chest, you broaden your shoulders, just like, yes, no, I know exactly what I'm doing. Kemrai could definitely do that. And then, just like, you look down, and your belt came undone, and your pantaloons are hanging out of your pants.
Oh no!
You just quickly tuck it up, you just quickly sit and rebelt yourself.
Okay.
Evelyn, you're barely able to constrain your laughter.
Yeah, Evelyn's lips kind of part, and then once he's done fixing himself, she like pats him gently on the cheek, and she's like, "You're not the brightest bulb, are you? Wait, brightest. There's no bulbs yet. Brightest star."
Right at Starbucks.
Not the sharpest knife. All right. I'm going to send Mary and Benedict with the drunkard guy that's passed out to. Actually, we'll all go to.
By now,
somewhere
you've
he
taken
can get
care of
help
the drunkard.
on the way. Oh, okay. He's good. Then, in that case, Benedict and Mary are going to go back to the shelter, and I will make myself less conspicuous with a ritual. Starting the Mask of Shadows. Let's make sure. I think it only takes like 5 minutes. Simultaneously cast a number of Yeah, I think it takes like 5 minutes. I'll send you the description.
All rituals take 5 minutes, and it's an occult plus. Let me double check. There's a million paths. I should really make a sub thing for rituals. Rituals, here we go. Difficulty 3. It's intelligence plus occult. Difficulty is 3 plus the level of the ritual, so it's not very hard to activate.
And an occult, that's 7.
Okay, that's a success. You go 1 over, actually. 2 over. Actually, 1, 2, 3 over. No, 2 over. Yeah, because you needed 1 to succeed in the first place. So
And
you can
then my
extend
plan
that
is-
for 2 more hours, I think?
Okay, my plan is to go to the Priory and try to scout out what Kim is doing. Not actually approach, but try to just remain unseen and see what I can see what's going on.
Okay.
See, Kim's really nervous.
Real fast. Benedict. Evelyn asked you to take Mary back to the Priory. But you do know that Kemrai was asking for help at the church. Do you just do as you were told, go back to the Priory and wait there, or what do you do once you're there?
Benedict's very gullible, so he'll think that he'll still believe that it's Kemdutai asking for help. He'll... should I take Mary or leave her? He'll leave Mary at their hideout.
You're gonna be alone with Francois? I guess she has fed though.
Yeah, she just
yeah,
ate.
she was just fed. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything I should do or say to her, or is it just implied that I leave her there
Well,
quietly?
if you say you just want to leave them there, you can leave them there. I'm just
Yeah, I'll
asking.
just leave her there and make my way to where Evelyn described.
Okay. Also, just saying, you do still have that one pinned location on your radar, effectively.
Beep 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 beep.
Beep,
If
beep,
you
beep.
did want to veer off target and go talk to the Huntmaster.
Stop tempting my dim star.
Dear, I'm the DM. Temptation is my job.
I'm a nun. Asking God for things is my job.
He couldn't ignore the pinging in his head, and he goes to the Huntmaster.
No.
Okay. Delightful. Thank you, Vodka Water. Grazie. We'll get to we're gonna go find out what happens with Benedict after we see what's up with at the Priory. Evelyn, you move to the streets of the night like a shadow. After all, you are using magic to obfuscate yourself without using the obfuscate. You are using shadows to move anyway. You gloam through the streets undetected. You do again see men in military garb stopping people, checking their necks, checking their teeth, their gums, their eyes, their pallor. But you're able to easily avoid them as the streets slowly lose the amount of people that are in. It's not the dead of night yet. It's around, at this point, 9 o'clock, 9:30. As you arrive at the Priory, the crowds outside are mostly gone. One or two people at a street corner talking, or mostly lights coming out of nearby pubs and taverns or common houses where people are having a tiny bit of debauchery as a treat after being good Christians. And you said you wanted to scout it out?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception plus alertness.
Oh boy. I'm gonna add a will. Oh.
Okay. That's 3 successes. You see the dead bodies of 2 rats the size of a dog. One with a crossbow bolt through its head, through its neck, and one with its head cut off in a pool of its own blood on a street corner. You've been in London not for super long, but you're pretty sure rats don't normally get that big here.
Can I
Peering
tell if they
inside
have
of
any
the-
kind
Sorry, go
of
ahead.
supernatural? Can I tell if they have any kind of supernaturalness to them? I mean,
How
they're
close
huge,
do you go
right?
to examine them?
As close as I can without being noticed by anyone.
Oh, you could get up close enough that you could, like, dip your finger in the blood and taste it if you wanted.
Sure, I'll get close.
Roll me an intelligence and medicine.
Oh. Oops, if I click in the box when I type. Oh. Oops, if I type properly.
Hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, these are monstrously large, and they're covered in these scabrous growths, and they have numerous sharp teeth. These are not natural. In fact, they are particularly hideous.
And how close to the Priory are they?
Oh, they're like across the street. Like they were lurking in a heap of trash, and the other one, like beneath a broken stool.
Okay, this is not good.
But they were watching the church.
Alright. I'll continue to the priory and try and see what I can find.
Not much. Do you peek inside? Because if you do, you see
Yeah.
Kristoff and Kimrutai. Kimrutai's contact, sort of off in a corner in his own little world, and this tall, lanky, red-headed man.
Do I recognize him at all?
No. All of they step at the air for a moment, and then they're looking right at you. Like, directly at you. Eyes locked.
Okay.
With
I
yours.
leave.
Oh no! Would I notice that we're coming in?
You have enough aspects that you could... That you go ahead and roll me wits plus alertness. With your level of aspects, you could probably actually see her. Oh no, you see the shadowy mass that is Evelyn enter the doorway, and then you see this gentleman you've been introduced look at it, and then you look at it and you see Evelyn, and then you see her turn tail.
Evelyn? You can see Camera Time really asking for help. Evelyn.
I don't even know if I would hear that.
Oh, so it seems your negotiator is here. And something's got them a wee bit spooked. I wonder what that could be.
Stop scaring her then.
He just sort of shrugs.
Crystal.
All I did was notice them being here.
We don't do well with, you know, the way you fix your eyes.
He shrugs. Didn't notice her with my eyes, love. Noticed with my nose.
I'll wave at Evelyn. Evelyn, over here.
She's already left. She left the doorway.
Evelyn, no! I'll go after her. Evelyn, wait!
Evelyn, Kemp is chasing you and calling your name.
Is there a alleyway or something I can slip down?
I'm gonna ask this. Are you trying to lose Kemrutai and run away?
I'm trying to not be in a state of hiding and then have someone yelling my name and drawing attention to me and have people start to scrutinize. What is that shadowy figure?
So you're looking for a safe place to uncloak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a die for luck here. Yes. You dip. There's a large fence and some statues near the steps of the priory. You duck behind the statue, and you can easily dismiss your spell.
Okay. Then I'll grab her as she passes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, Kim saw you do that.
Okay.
She had. I'm assuming. I'm guessing
wait for
you
her
have
then.
less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sneaking dice.
Yeah.
I'll wait. I'll wait for her to finish doing that, and I'll be like,
It's instant, yeah.
I'll explain the situation first. So, you remember my old friend? He has his 4 options. There is a cargo ship that is leaving, but they're not leaving tonight. Oh yes, that's another thing I have to update you. We were stopped on the way by, I believe, a Nosferatu with many rats. He called himself the Lord of this city, and he probably is going after you right now, but Kristoff managed to direct him somewhere else. So, if possible, we have to leave either tonight or before tomorrow night. And these are our options. We have a cargo ship. We have a charter boat that he can just leave. I believe he can just leave. And we have a colony ship full of people. And the last option, that's why I need you here, is we could buy a boat from my friend right there and have his family. She waves to the other gentleman from afar. But he would ask to come with us for a discount on that ship.
Evelyn has just been like staring at you very,
Yes,
very
that.
staring daggers at you basically.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I only found out before I call you over. No, not before I call you over.
She's still just like staring at you.
Please don't stare at me like that. She give a really nervous smile. Would you talk to them, please? You're better than me when it comes to this.
What is he exactly?
She's good closer. He's a werewolf.
Her eyebrows lift. She looks very unimpressed. A werewolf.
Yes.
And he intends to bring his family.
People. You should say 35 people.
Yep.
Something happened to your mind
I
when
didn't
an
know.
Arcavian vampire turns you. First Benedict, now you.
I didn't know. He just told me right before you came.
You wish to negotiate with a werewolf who wants to bring his family, who presumably are also werewolves.
No, I want you to negotiate with my friend and decide about the ship.
Then why is the werewolf still there?
He's part of the option.
Have you considered being outnumbered more than 10 to 1 by
Yes.
werewolves on a long distance journey
I am aware
across
of
the
that,
oceans?
but our resource is still your resource. So any of this option is still up to you.
What does he know of us?
That we're a vampire, he sniffed it out very quickly. That's all he knows. Oh yes, and he also knows that there are 6 of us. I may have miscounted. There's actually 7 of us. Yes.
Ships do not leave today. We need not give them an answer today.
If we do not leave today, the lord of the city, including many rats, will come for us.
Yes, I'm the huntsman, but are any of our options available tonight?
We can go and negotiate with the captains, the other 3 captains.
Takes time to gather crew and load a
Yes.
ship. This isn't necessarily just a case of convincing a ship's captain.
Another thing, our 4th option of buying the ship, we do not have a captain or crewmen.
Note on that,
Yes,
your friend said he would get them for you if you got the ship.
Ah, yes, he said he would have gotten that for us if we would have bought the ship.
That sounds out of our price range. We will have no use for a ship once we reach the New World.
That's true. Would you like to talk to my friend? Maybe he could provide you more information that would be more understanding to you.
I can speak with him, but I want nothing to do with that werewolf or his family.
Yes. Michael? I'll go over and try to call Michael over.
So I'll just say that conversation was happening on the steps of the Priory, because Evelyn left. You go back in.
It was like down a alleyway.
Yeah. You go back in. You call Michael over. The werewolf gentleman is still just sort of standing there, waiting patiently. He gives you a polite nod as Michael comes over to you and says, Miss Kemrukai, this is your negotiation friend, yes?
Yes, this is Evelyn.
A
Good
pleasure.
evening.
So, have you given any of the situations a thought?
I do not think purchasing a ship would be within our means.
You have... Are you certain about that? Because, it's... Honest, this vessel? It's, how to put this? A bit more affordable than you would think.
Would it be reliable?
Oh, quite. It's been on many a voyage. But not so much that it is an old, beaten-up thing. It was recently restored.
We would also have to account for a crew, which would take time.
Yes, but once you have the crew, they would be able to return on their investment. I assume once you're done with your crossing, you would have it loaded up with goods from the New World and sent back, to and fro. It's what I do with my vessels.
These are perfect strangers to us. We will be far away from the law and enforcement of this land, and we intend to send our greatest asset back. Not to put too fine a point on it, but a woman of my standing may not necessarily command the authority that a seasoned trader such as yourself would.
Oh, well, my dear madam, that's where maritime contract law and the threat of the hangman's noose comes in. Contracts will be written up, terms, payment worked out, and if they were to betray it and abscond with your vessel, they would meet quite the grisly end. Not find a single port in the New World or the Old where they could find refuge, save among scallywags and the like. And I would only find respectable individuals to crew a vessel.
Do you have some personal investment in this option? You seem quite eager.
Well, it's an opportunity for a friend. I would be remiss not to offer it and, well, make of her avail the best available options. You can absolutely try to read this guy.
I think I shall. Empathy, perception?
Empathy and perception, yeah.
He and I go a long way. We've known each other for like, how many decades now?
Probably like 1, maybe 2. Between like 20 and 15 years.
You could trust him, but I'm more concerned about our passenger.
What do I get from that roll?
Okay, that was the roll. That was 3 successes. He's not lying about the ship being good and recently repaired and seaworthy and having a good history, but he's holding back on a key detail. This deal is too good to be true. Because honestly, if you were to have this set up and he was able to set up like some contracts for you or whatever, or like you signed this ship back on with his company, you could see solid return on your investment. This ship would be a big investment. It would get you across the sea, and assuming it didn't sink, it could go back and forth, earning you a tidy profit every year. That's just it. That's too good to be true. There has to be something wrong. Otherwise, he'd have just done it himself.
Michael.
Hmm?
Where did you meet Mr.
In church.
Sienna?
He sought out similar things such as this, and through the clergy, he and I were connected.
Church.
But, sir, regarding this ship,
Yes?
I need for you to be forthcoming. I'm not business-minded such as yourself, and I know you would not wish to lead a friend of your dear friend Kimbertai astray, and she'll just like gently touch her cross.
Are you superstitious, madam?
I am religious.
Yes, but how much weight do you put into fairy tales and the stories of sailors?
I can't say that I've heard many stories of sailors. I am not one to frequent their haunts.
Well, in all truth, about 5 years ago the ship sank. There was an incident. The powder room exploded. Killed about 12 men. Maimed some others. The ship was fully repaired and has been seaworthy since. However, on the last several journeys, several members of the crew have complained, and they believe the ship is haunted.
Has any
Poppycock in my
ill fate-
mind.
Has any ill fate befallen anyone?
No one's died or anything such like. Sailors are superstitious lots. It'd be a bit tricky to get one to sign aboard, and many of the men in my company are former sailors themselves, and with an ill-omened ship such as this, they wish to get rid of it.
So it could perhaps take longer than expected to crew such a ship.
I wouldn't say such. I could get it crewed, no problem. It's just... well... there's no shortage of reasonable men who don't believe in such tales. But my associates are such superstitious lot.
Have you not had it sanctified?
Oh, of course, that is why I am... That's why I'm saying there should be no problem. It has been blessed before God and the Church. But no, that's not enough for these people. No faith in the Lord. They say once a ship has been touched by ghosts, the ghosts shall never leave it. Poppycock. I've had 2 exorcists aboard. Both of them say it's clean as anything.
Is the ship docked somewhere at the moment?
Oh yes,
I
it's in the
might-
docks right now.
I could take a look if you'd like some confirmation.
Madam Kenmutai, I did not know that you could sort with spirits. I thought you merely taught fortune. If you would, be my guest.
I see things.
I've seen many things, my dear. It's why I keep coming to you. It's such a shame to see you go.
You can always visit me.
My business keeps me moved on the continent, darling.
Of our other options, the trade ship, what does it trade in?
Mostly wood, goods from the colonies, iron, steel, tobacco, sugar.
We would be the only passengers, not crew?
It is largely crew. There are some passengers booking boardage, but it is not going to be full of people. Something many people would pay extra for, in fact.
Would there be private accommodations?
You would be able to sort such thing out, yes. It
And
would
the
cost
charter ship?
more, but the charter ship, well, that's a bit more full. So I understand it should be leaving within the week. I'm not entirely sure when. Soon. It is mostly full, but there are several private accommodations last time I checked, as well as room in one of the common rooms.
And of the trade or the charter ship, which is the least steep in price?
Oh, I'm sorry. The colony ship is the one that I just described. The charter ship, Revival? Oh, the charter ship, currently it has no passengers, no cargo. It is simply ready to go. It would be a direct trip to and fro the colony. But they would probably ask for a day or two to pick up other passengers or cargo before leaving. But it would be a direct trip.
The charter ship would be the soonest to leave, yes?
Soonest to leave, but a bit more expensive. As you'd be directly chartering the route. The trade ship will be a little bit of a longer route, and would have less people aboard. If you wish to discuss this amongst your friends, I could give you a moment in private. Or as much private as I can in the House of the Lord.
One more question. The charter ship, would that be exclusively our group, or would there be other passengers?
If you wish to pay for the exclusivity, you could receive the exclusivity.
But otherwise there would be other passengers.
Otherwise, they would take what time they would in the time allowed to get more passengers to make back more money.
Understood. Yes, thank you. I will have a moment to discuss.
He nods. Takes a few steps away and begins talking to the werewolf.
Well, as I see it, the safest option is the charter boat, because we have an urgent need to leave. It's ready to go the soonest. We can have other passengers brought aboard if we allow them such time. So, is there a need? We would not have to feed upon the crew. That's my opinion.
Oh yeah, Christoph.
Well, honestly, let's say, due to the ruckus that's gonna be up on the upcoming days, I'd say the sooner the better. But yes, we do need. It would be better if there are extra passengers, both for the cost and for other reasons.
Were we not in such a hurry, I would suggest the colony ship, but if it's within our means, I believe a charter boat would make the most sense. I'm not comfortable branching out into maritime law. I've no experience with it. I don't believe any of our other members of our group have any experience.
Neither do I.
I would like to consult the star on this matter.
Okay. Roll me perception plus occult as you go outside and look up at the clear night sky. And I try to pull up that article you sent me.
Oh, I'll pull up the shards too, and like just arc the shards, and I have to ask the star. Just ask the shards.
What'd you roll?
There you go.
I'll tap that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 successes. Okay. You consult with the stars. The stars tell you that help can actually come to you in places that are unorthodox, and that taking some risk, some, not a lot, could pay out greatly right now. It is telling you that you need to make a change, and that rushing in haste is dangerous. But that the change still needs to happen.
I realize
Also,
this
that your lucky
message-
numbers are 14, 12, and 22.
I rely on this information to my friends. That's what the star said.
And how do you interpret that?
Many things, but taking risk from a likely place? She looked over to the werewolves inside.
That would be a very large risk. We're well outnumbered. We number 7, they number 35. Once we're at sea, there would be no incentive for them to not simply slaughter us all. Especially when we are vulnerable during the day.
Agreed.
I do
It's
not
sort of
see a way in which we would survive that.
They sort of see you looking over at them, and then they just sort of wave at you. It's like, whenever you're ready to talk.
Evelyn's not purposely not looking anywhere near that guy. She's pretending he doesn't exist.
The star's never wrong. What other risks?
They said a small
option-
risk.
What other risky options do we have?
Buying the ship would be a large investment. We would be risking the majority of our wealth, if not all of it.
About
The-
that. Since we have some options, I might be able to sort something out about that option, so it might be more possible than you think. So do not cross it out just yet.
May I ask what you're thinking?
I do still have a contact, however, they really want to remain anonymous due to, well, everything that's been going on. They do, well, wouldn't say they owe me a favor, but they agreed to help. They just told
You-
me. Go ahead.
You would be calling in a favor of them and then be indebted to them.
Yes.
The nature of
That'd
such
be-
debt? You will not be present to repay.
I would be repaying on the other side. That's all I can say at the moment.
That sounds like an even greater risk. You're telling me an unknown contact. We may be allies of circumstance, but we are not one and the same. And you
I
are
did
to owe
prom-
them some debt for which I am not allowed to know the details.
To clear things out of it, I already owe them. They would just be providing extra help at this point. That, and I still maintain what I said yesterday. I would not get in contact with anyone that would prove a threat at this point to our group. We have mutual interest. I will do everything in my hands so that it remains the same. So that remains the case.
We have mutual interests at this moment in time, but once we reach landfall in the new world, loyalties may shift. If you already owe a debt of loyalty to another, well, I'm sure you can understand my hesitation.
Definitely. Definitely. Just know that. Well, we've only known ours. We've only just met, but I can assure that I am a man of my word, and I feel like we're not necessarily going to part our ways once we're back, once we do arrive to the new world.
Yes,
I'd
that's
like
my
to read
fear.
them both.
You'd like to read them both?
Yes.
Okay. Evelyn, how are you feeling? Sing for Kristoff.
Evelyn is quite angry that anyone even entertained the idea of boarding a ship for a long-distance journey with 35 werewolves. She is quite suspicious of Kristoff's motives and quite suspicious that the other two members of her group are completely airheaded.
Mm-hmm. Kristoff,
She's
how
a
are you
bit fed
feeling?
up.
He's been trying. He's kind of. You could say that the years have been turning on his head to how to present the information that he can present, but so far he has said no lies.
It is showing on his aura, right? It's being deceptive, show on his aura.
Well, first off, oh wait, you already rolled.
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. Let me roll.
Yeah, roll. Okay. So this is specifically to read the aura, not to just like get do a normal social read.
Yeah, aura read.
Okay. Specifically an aura read. You can tell the emotional, Evelyn's emotional state easy. Easy. Kristoff's aura is a little more complicated. Kristoff is being truthful, but he's also being, his aura is also, how to put this? His aura is a mixture of dark blue and what's the honest one? The honest color. Like he's trying to explain. Like you can tell he's trying to explain himself, but he's holding something back and can't phrase it right. Like he wants to tell what it is, but can't. And you can just tell that Evelyn's It's kind of fucking mad.
He's being honest. I can tell.
Yes. I can also tell he's withholding. Evelyn gives him a stare.
It's not withholding per se. It seems to me like he can't say it.
Kristoff nods.
This is not reassuring.
If anything, he kind of saved us earlier. When I told you we were attacked by a Nosferatu with rats.
Yes, I saw the corpses.
Yes, he could have give them the information of where we are hiding to save our own skin, but he direct them where else, away from you all.
Yes, I understand that at this time our interests are aligned. However, this risk that things will change.
Kristoff
Anyway.
would just sigh at this point. Just already. Again, can't really tell you the details, but what I'm gaining from all this is basically freedom. Maybe temporary, but let it be known that I will do anything and everything in my power to just get us out of here. In one piece, that is, of course, to the new world.
Your freedom is above all of your loyalties, then?
Not the current ones, of course, because again, we all share something in common at this point. We all need to go. But let's just say that I've been stuck serving for one too many years at this point.
Well, I do not know how much stock to put within the stars, but if you wish Kimbertai to investigate this ship, see if it's seaworthy, I have no clue of such things. I still believe that the charter boat is the safest, swiftest way out of here. We are being actively hunted by at least 2 known pursuants, so
3 now?
3. Likely more, unknown.
Likely more.
But if you believe it would be inauspicious to move with haste, then either purchasing the ship, which would be a large investment and a great risk, or the immigrant ship. The trade ship is a longer route, so I do not believe that would be the wise choice.
Understandable. That will... Sounds like a plan then. We can pretty sure that we can get there and check it out. I do, afterwards, I will get in contact with my, source and see how much support we get. And we can weigh our options then.
Yes. Let's
Chiming
gather more
in
information on
at
the
this
ship
point.
option.
chiming in and speaking over you at this point. So are you done talking to each other, or am I going to end this conversation at any point in time? But I've been standing here for the last hour for no reason.
deception to give him a friendly or at least not murderous smile?
Sure.
And honestly,
That'd just be straight deception.
Deception plus, I'm gonna say appearance.
Oh man. Okay, where's deception? It's a skill, right?
It's a subterfuge you're really looking for.
Oh, subterfuge. Okay.
no offense, but you're very scary, and there's no guarantee that you're not going to slaughter us in the middle of the ocean.
If I may make my case.
You may.
Currently, my people are being persecuted in this land. Not my people. He does like put his hands up and does a little rar motion. Like, punches his fingertips like their little claws, pantomime. But
Evelyn's not murderous smile becomes slightly less not murderous.
But my actual human kin. In large enough numbers, the mortals are a problem. Yes. And they've been enough of a problem that there are 3 of my kind left in my family.
I'll read him. Is he speaking the truth?
You're, again, Aura or...
Aura. Aura never lies.
Okay, go ahead and... Well, here's the thing, there's no lie Aura, but sure. What's your roll? How many successes are we looking at?
1, 2, a lot of minus 3, 4, 5, minus 4. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's 1 success. You can already tell the shade here, and you already know that it's a very bright, vibrant aura, so you can basically just see that it's a werewolf.
Show up her eyes.
He's a little too bright to see the colors and all the whatever. Just bright.
Turn down the gamma.
Where's the setting?
You creatures are symptoms of a larger sickness in the world. No offense. I know you didn't choose to be this. If you did, well, then I'd say you're insane.
It's this kind of talk that make us not want to travel together.
Sure, great. I don't want to travel with you much either. I don't have much of a choice. I can afford to grease some palms, put money down that will make things easier for everyone involved. But I can't book the voyage for my entire family on my own. Our friend here has said that my money, combined with yours, would be a large amount of leverage. To get you the conditions you want and me the conditions I want. And that's it. Now, once we're across the boat, we go our separate ways. Your kind are beings of the city. You need to be around mortals to survive. My kind police mortals and keep them from despoiling the world they live in. Stay in your cities, stay in your towns, and watch my clan disappear into the woods. That's it. Oh, and if you drink from any of them, then we have a problem, but just don't do that. "33 kid folk. Off limits for feeding. and I put enough money forward that we can both cross the sea and never see each other again.
Of course, we have no guarantee when we are all resting. What is your incentive not to turn on us as soon as we set sail?
You're right or not. Except for the fact that enclosed confined spaces and murder tend to get people thrown off of ships. And I don't want to risk the integrity of a boat fighting off Gaia knows how many angry humans.
Not difficult to make it not appear to be intentional.
How? You're kind of immune to poisons, strangulation. Only really way to kill you is dismemberment.
Or simply, when we're vulnerable, toss us overboard.
Hadn't thought of that. Either way, really hard to throw a sleeping person over the side of a ship while there's people all over a ship. What, are they just going to say, am I just going to say, oh, I'm taking wee Miss Nunn here out for a midday dance on the foredeck while I'm dragging you around unconscious looking like a fiend? I need the crew of the ship very much alive to get to my destination, and very much not trying to kill me.
Can I read him normally? Just social read?
Sure. That'll be a wits plus empathy.
Do I get any benefit from Aspect?
I'll give it an extra die.
Yay! Wits is... Extra dice, one die, right? Or dice...
One extra die.
Sorry. Oh, oof. Okay, you can cut, like, you can cut 6 of them off. No, it's 4 of them. Yeah, you can cut 4 of them off.
And that's the last 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 successes. He's not lying. He has no intention of killing you. From what he's saying, he wants to use you for your money and then like just be done. Wants no alliance, wants no long-term partnership, wants to get over there and then bugger the fuck off. Honestly, he thinks that you're probably gonna die on your own.
I'm gonna relay this information to my teammates.
When he says that he can't do this on his own, does he mean he can't afford to because of the large group?
He can't afford to.
Okay. How long would it take you to gather your family?
They're in a series of inns, hotels, and public houses on the docks right now. We could leave before daybreak.
We have one more member to consult. Do you need an answer now? Or maybe have time?
I'll try to contact him. Ring, ring!
We'll get to that in a minute. If you're not leaving tonight, there's a public house. Southwest. Actually, no, it's northwest. St. Paul's Cathedral. That's where I'm staying. He gives us some more detailed directions. Meet me there. Tell me your decision if you decide to work together. In the meantime, I'm going to continue trying to find my own way out of here.
God bless.
He nods. So, you go to send a message to Benedict. We're going to cut over to Benedict on the other side of town.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Benedict, you follow your quest marker quickly and swiftly to, let's see here, quickly and swiftly to the tavern that you were told about. You find a well-appointed, nice place. Not super fancy, but decent. There is a set of stables outside, as well as access to the docks. Go in, and the stables, you hear numerous dogs. 3 or 4 at the very least. And as you go in, you're let inside, and do you let the mortals here know who you're looking for?
No. I'll take a seat and look around, see if there's anyone that would stand out.
Down here, not a lot of people that stand out. Your common Londoners, lots of longshoremen, a few sailors. Though it looks like these are midshipmen, and those who are a little bit higher than just common riffraff and how do you do. You do overhear people talking about that strange fella from the Highlands who came in last night, and their dogs.
Oh.
Seems to be the talk of the bar. All the dogs in the kennel outside.
I'd like to ask some people about that. I've overheard.
You go up to one of them gentlemen there. Again, they look like they're about middle class, though working middle class. Look at me and say, "Hi." No, that's a little too much. Strangest thing. Came in here late last night. Had this whole group of, I think they're wolfhounds? Big dogs. About big as you and me, actually. Said they were in town for a hunt. I thought they were bombing, actually. Look, told, too. But look, who's gonna hunt in the middle of the city, right? Now, I wasn't gonna say nothing. Not my, not my ship, not my sailors. But, they didn't leave the whole day.
I see. Where have you last seen them?
Up in the room. Just haven't left all night, actually, but... Well, they did pop out
Thank you
for
for
a
your
bit
time.
and came back with about an hour later, but
Okay. Thank you for your time. Am I able to just go up there and...
no one's stopping you as you head up to the private rooms. Yep. You were told that if you ask, they'll tell you what room they're in, and you can find the room.
Yeah, I'll go and ask the owner?
You can find the owner, yeah.
Where? Okay. Yeah, and I'll knock on his door for his room.
Oh yeah, the owner points you to the right room, and you knock on the door, and the door opens, and let me just get you a token here that has the character's portrait. One second. You see a fairly decently appointed room. Not particularly spacious. Armchair, desk, bed, window outlooking the street. As this gaunt, pale person sits with a pipe smoking near the window. Turn and look over to you as you enter. Ah, took you bloody long enough. Was starting to think you wouldn't come to the summons. Turned down my offer of hospitality.
I had some distractions on the way. Now, what did you summon me for?
I summoned you as a courtesy. Our mistress, the storyteller, knows that you failed. And I'm here to kill you.
And to what do I owe the kindness?
Well, it's not sportsmanlike. You see, they have a bottle next to them, and they pour out from it a mix of blood and what smells like whiskey. You're not sure how you can smell it, but you do. See, I like my hunts to be fair, gentlemanly court things. It's no honourable thing to just go traipsing about, stalking up to someone, clubbering them over the head and killing them. No. Best to look someone in the eye, exchange names, pleasantries, and then give them their head start. You'll be safe for tonight. Do whatever preparations you need, and then no matter where you run on this island, or hell, on the continent or the mainland or wherever, I will find you, and I will kill you. They extend a hand.
Benedict gives a glare at the man. And
Hey, Benedict.
gullible as he is, he would...
Let's finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he would... believe him that he would be safer tonight.
Hey, Benedict.
Yeah?
Roll me self-control.
Self-control.
Oh no.
Yes!
Please. Please don't.
Self-control. Just self-control, right?
Yep. You can spend willpower if you fail this to negate. Okay. So here's the strange thing, Benedict.
Oh no.
This man is a woman. You're not sure how you know this, but you know this. They put on the affects of a man to be taken seriously, and because they feel like a man, and that makes them a man, but they're born a woman. You know this somehow. You're not sure how. And even though, now that you know that they're a woman and they have tall, strong, stately figures, they're a little too blunt and straightforward to be your beloved. So they're not your beloved.
Oh. Okay.
Get for a drink before you go. Or to have some polite conversation.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't take down an offer from such a kind woman such as yourself.
Woman! Now you look here, you son of a bitch. I don't care how you knew or what you said. I am a man. Always been a man. Ain't no one's gonna call me a fucking lady. Scotch!
Whatever you say, good sir. He takes a sip.
It is the blood of a drunken person. It tastes like whiskey. You restore 1 blood point. A little
Nice.
tipsy.
Thanks for the offer. So, you're going to hunt for us next evening, is that correct?
Oh, there's more of you who survived then. Rude of them not to show. That is the case, yes.
Wait until Mother gets home.
You don't have to tell me how many there are, nothing like that. Unsportsmanly, just like they are. But, yes, come tomorrow, my dogs will be loosed on the city, the ones who aren't already gone, and we'll be tracking your scent, hunting you down. If you make it a good run, make it a good fight, make it a good tussle, and a chase, I'll put you down swiftly and justly as I can. You have my word on that.
Okay, well. Thanks for that, I guess. He
They
puts
know.
the glass down and Can I gauge how much stronger he is than me?
Go ahead and give me a perception plus medicine.
Perception plus medicine.
So here's the thing, they don't look that much tougher or stronger than you. And they're Malkavian like you, so they don't have any... They probably don't have any vampiric abilities that make them more physically threatening. They're honestly... Actually, considering your boxing ability, you'd probably be able to beat the crap out of them. The thing is... You heard all those dogs downstairs. And that they've already got dogs loose in the city. Scottish Wolfhound is a big, nasty canine. Rip a mortal apart, no problem.
Yeah, considering that, I don't think I have much of a choice but just to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just leave and guess I'll have to warn the others.
So you leave, you make your way out, and give me a perception plus alertness.
I'm going to die. Perception plus.
Oh my god!
I'm going to use a willpower.
Okay. Okay, that's 2 successes. So as you're leaving, pondering what just went down, just assuming you're gonna die, you hear you hear the scream of a young woman, and you look over as you see what was a young couple making out on a street corner. Now a young lady has jumped into the arms of their paramour, as the paramour is backing up with shock, as you see dozens of rats skirting in towards the tavern. Dozens. And you begin to beat a hasty retreat as you hear the braying of dogs and the shattering of glass, and then you begin to make an even bigger retreat as the sound of the scuffle gets worse and worse and worse, and then you hear gunshots. It's about now that you have a mental message from Kemrutai.
Okay.
Kemrutai, what are you trying to send to Benedict?
Get to the St. John's Priory. ASAP.
So you see visions of St. John's Priory and all that stuff, and I
Are we
assume you're going to
staying
go
there? I
there.
thought we were gonna go back.
Oh, like I thought oh wait, I don't know. I thought we called him to come like right away or something to negotiate right there.
No, we just have to consider. We're
At
gonna
this point,
meet people later.
yeah,
Okay,
at
so-
this point, let's probably go back to the hideout.
Yeah.
Okay, to the hideout. Okay, go home now.
So you see visions flash before your head of the church you've been hiding out in, and several things in your mind that make you think of safety and getting back to it. And I'm going to call the session here, because it's been just about 4 hours.
Can I just ask a question real quick?
Sure.
If Kim is sending these visions of safety and where we're hiding out, are the Malkavians able to maybe pick up on that?
So here's the thing. The Madness Network is a subconscious effect.
Hmm.
You don't know? Neither did they.
Cool.
This is sent to him directly, though. It's not just Malkavian that had this ability. It's just also
Yeah.
being, yeah.
That's general Auspex ability. Other vampires can do it. It's just,
Okay.
So
There might be some
it's
leakage.
a good question about the Madness Network in general, though.
Oh yeah, Madness Network. Yeah.
Because such visions can travel through the Madness Network.
That's
Absolutely,
only
intentionally
if I
or
do,
not.
That's only if I do open server, though. Like what I sent to Buck as a DM.
Is that a thing?
The thing is, information gets on the Madness Network subconsciously as well.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, it's not always intentional.
So like,
Anyway,